So, so I experienced from my friends, from their relationship, you know, their close relationship, monogamous, they're open, all type of relationships. So what type of relationship you are?
Jerry and my relationship is an open relationship, meaning that we can either together or each individually have sex with other partners. The reason why we agreed to this is we were sick and tired of seeing our friends who claim to have monogamous relationship go off to the side and have sex with someone else, and then telling us, don't tell my other half. And we were absolutely sick and tired of that lying. And we thought, you know, some men are just their nature. And sometimes there's some forms of sex that I can experiment with that maybe my other partner is not comfortable with, and vice versa. And we agreed early on that, you know, we're not going to be hiding around each other. We're going to have an open relationship. If we're not comfortable with that, then we shouldn't pursue this any further as a couple. But we found an agreement. So it was an agreement that we stuck to from the very beginning of the relationship itself.
Wow.
So,
basically, the way he threw it at me was, look, it's going to be open. If you don't like it, there's the door. Don't let it try to take it out.
It wasn't that.
But
hey, you're a cop. I don't see you just take it and laying down and just take it.
Right, exactly.
No, but I mean, the one thing was, as Dennis said, it was because we saw all our friends in New York that we knew that, which, as he said, oh, we're monogamous. And then you catch them in a bar, or at the time when there was the gay porn, go in there and play around with other people. And then when they say, oh, don't say so-and-so to them, you didn't see me here or anything like that. So we said, we're going to be open. But the only rule we really have, I mean, actually it's two. One, play safe.
Must.
Always use a condom.
Must play safe.
No matter what. Actually, for the first 11 years, which is hard to believe that people would say, we only had safe sex. Only because we knew we were playing with others. So once we had AIDS tests during that time, but once the 11th year we did it again, we decided that we could be unprotected for both for everyone else's. And the other rule we had was be honest with everyone. Don't play someone on where they think you might be taking them as a partner in life. So, I mean, I have always told people, like, let's say you and I met and everything, and I would tell you, Dennis is my partner. We can play if you want, but he's my partner. I'm not leaving him for you. And I lay it right down on the flat. You know, sometimes it might be a cruel way of talking to people, but sometimes you got to be blunt.
But don't you ever come across a situation you might tempted or falling in love with someone else?
I actually had that situation. I had a Japanese friend of mine fall in love with me. Now, he knew about Dennis and everything. He also knew I was a police officer. He tried to get me to leave to go to Japan with him. And, I mean, as I said, Dennis, I wasn't going to leave. And second of all, I wasn't leaving my job as a police officer because I was over that halfway mark, which meant that now I'm getting a pension. And I'm not leaving for no reason, because prior to the last few years they did, if you left prior to your retirement age, you didn't get a pension. You only got what you paid in. And I want a pension for life.
So, how about the jealousy issue? How do you deal with that?
You want to say that the first time in
Chicago? I think you were the one experienced the jealousy first.
Right.
Now, when Jerry tells me he has, you know, had a session or a sexual session with someone else, I thought, okay, played safely, I hope. Was he interesting? Did you enjoy it? To me, it's, you know, like,
right.
you know, things that need to satisfy your needs, your desires. But I don't have the jealousy side. Now, occasionally, in the beginning, even though we said it was open relationship, I think Jerry was the one who was trying to be comfortable, understand the open relationship aspect. And he did get a bit jealous initially.
Well, like one of the first conferences he went to was in Chicago in 1991. And he and me go to the bar. Now, we had the agreement of open relationship, but I really didn't understand this, because prior to this, I only had monogamous. So we're going to the leather bar, and I'm in the front, because I'm dressed like this, and I felt bad. I mean, I didn't have a cowboy hat, but I mean, I wasn't leather. He was in his leather gear. So he goes back and gets lost.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sitting up front 45 minutes. And I'm basically, even though I was a cop, I was kind of afraid in there because these guys look like they could do stuff to you that you don't want done. And so I start looking for him. And I found him in a little room where a guy was caressing him and playing with his penis and everything. And I got very jealous. And I got mad. When we got back to the hotel, we had a little disagreement, I should say a large disagreement. But then he sat down and explained it to me. You know, meanwhile, like I said, we were together 8, 9 months, whatever it was. And I told him, why didn't you tell me this in the beginning? Now I understand. I did not understand before he actually sat down and explained it to me. I still had the green-eyed monster, as we call jealousy, on my shoulder for maybe a year after that. But I was controlling it because I understood more.
I see.
But basically, you know, he kind of threw me into this without giving me what's happening.
It's one thing to sign a contract, but it's another to understand the
Right.
contract.
Right.
But once he sat down, I was very happy with it.
Yeah.
But it's like one day, we used to belong to a New York group called Asian Friends New York. And people were asking us about our relation, and we were telling. And this, I believe he was Chinese, I forget what nationality, came up in here. He goes, how could you let him do that? I said, let him do what? He goes, play with other people. I said, why? I don't own him. He's his own person, as I'm my own person. I said, so I can't control what he wants to do, but I understand it. So as long as I say yes, that's okay. You don't like it, I can't help that, but we don't have to listen to what you tell us. And this is something to like what you were talking to us before about the Asian community, not understanding some of the ways that people do things in, let's say, the gay world. They're still shocked about a lot of things. And I think once they get educated about it, then they kind of understand it more as to what's what. And it's like, if we play with each other, it's basically, I mean with others, basically it's just for sex. It's not falling in love with them or anything. And that's basically how he explained it to me.
Right. Satisfying one particular need, but not the bigger need.
Right, because
Yeah.
you honor your commitment to him.
Right,
Right.
right.
So, I mean,
Vice
it's a big,
Yeah.
but you also have to understand having an open relation. Most people can't handle it. If you were to go into an open relationship with your other half, say, tomorrow, I would guarantee in less than 6 months you'd be broken up if you don't know how to handle it.
I see.
It's something we learned,
Right.
and it's not an easy thing to
No,
learn.
it's not.
So if you need to learn more, so you can write to Dennis and Jerry.
Not that I'm an expert in it, but I have some experience, yeah.
But, you know, it works for us,
Right.
is the way how we tell people.
Yeah, it works for
It's
us.
not for everyone, but for us, the way we have it constructed for our needs, it works for us perfectly.
Great. So we remember. So look for the penny jar. Look for all the contracts in the drawer. So you're wonderful. I mean, really
Well, we
sharing
thank you for
very,
having
Thanks
us.
a lot.
very good information sharing
Okay.
with other people. Appreciate it. Thank you.